Did you know that Saudi Arabia imports its camels and sand from Australia? Or why does the sound of the sun not reach us? In today's video, we will tell you about all these and other fascinating facts, so keep watching the video till the end. Number 1. Total sea percentage. You've probably heard that there is more water on this planet than land. Research tells us that 70% of this Earth consists of water, i.e. oceans and rivers, while only 30% is land, on which the entire world is inhabited. Now, I'm going to tell you a fact that will surprise you. Apparently, the oceans that we see worldwide are only 5% of the total oceans. That's right. Researchers say that we have discovered only 5% of the ocean so far, and the remaining 95% of the ocean is still unexplored or hidden. Scientists say that the rest of the ocean is below the deep sea, and it is impossible to reach there due to high pressure, so 95% of parts cannot be explored yet. I wonder, if all the oceans were explored, then what would the ratio of land to water be on this planet? What do you think? Number 2. Who created America's flag? The flag of any country is its identity. And whenever a country designs its flag, a top-level designer of the country is selected. If you want to design the flag of a superpower country like the United States, you must be even more careful. Do you know who designed the current US flag? If I told you that a 17-year-old schoolboy designed this flag, you would surely be surprised, but that's the truth. 17-year-old Robert Heft was a high school student, and his history teacher gave him a project to redesign the American flag. Robert asked his mother for help with the project, but she refused due to her busy schedule, and he designed the flag alone. Surprisingly, when he showed the flag to his teacher, the teacher gave it a B grade. But when the flag was presented to the US Congress, it was immediately adopted as the new US flag, and seeing this success, the teacher changed Robert's grade and he was given an A. Number 3. What exactly are the Saudis importing? Whenever we hear the name Saudi Arabia, we think of deserts and camels, because a large part of Saudi Arabia consists of deserts and the deserts are full of sand. Camel is the traditional ride of Arabs. In Saudi Arabia, camels are seen in every desert and every other place. That's why camels have become the identity of Arabs. Did you know that despite having such a sandy desert and camels, Saudi Arabia imports sand and camels from Australia? Wait, what? That's right. This is because the sand in Saudi Arabia is not suitable for construction. Whenever a big project is to be constructed, sand is imported from Australia to provide a strong foundation for construction. As for camels, camel meat is eaten the most in Saudi Arabia, and it is the favorite food of the Arabs. So the Saudi government is afraid that the speed at which people are eating camels will soon run out. They import camels from Australia for food to meet this shortage. Now, I know you're enjoying this video, but there are many more surprising facts for you coming up. But before we do that, please subscribe to the channel. Number 4. Too many questions. We get annoyed when someone keeps asking us questions. The habit of asking more questions is usually found in children because most things are new to them and they want to know about everything, so they ask more questions. Do you know how many questions a 4-year-old girl asks on average daily? According to recent research, a 4-year-old girl asks about 390 questions a day. So if you have a 4-year-old girl, you will have to answer a question every 2 minutes for the whole day while you are awake. It is becoming clear how difficult it is for mothers to take care of children. Hats off to them. Number 5. The noise of the sun. A small sound is heard whenever we light a fire, whether it is lit with wood or on a stove. Why can't you hear gases burning on the sun, which is 92 million miles away? The gases are burning at a temperature of 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. For this, we should be thankful to space because the sound does not travel in space, so the sound of fire burning on the sun does not reach us. According to scientists, if sound could travel in space, the sound of the sun would be so intense that we would think heavy machinery was running around us, and this sound would continue until everyone on Earth became deaf. Number 6. Is Mount Everest a cemetery? Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, and when we hear its name, we think of a beautiful snow-capped mountain. But Mount Everest is not only a high mountain, but also a graveyard, as it is estimated that there are more than 200 dead bodies buried beneath the snow on this mountain. Because climbing the highest peak in the world is every mountaineer's dream, and thousands of people from all over the world have tried to climb it, only a few have succeeded. According to reports, 4,000 people have attempted to climb the mountain since 1953, but many of them die at an altitude of more than 26,000 feet, where the death zone of the peak begins. If you ever go to Mount Everest, there's a possibility that you will find a dead body under the snow. Number 7. Lawnmowers are dangerous. Sharks are among the world's most dangerous fish in the sea. Most people would probably say a shark is the most feared fish in the sea if asked at random. Which of the following would you choose? Jumping into a shark-infested ocean or mowing the lawn with your lawnmower? Of course, you'd all choose to mow the lawn with your lawnmower because you're aware that dangerous sharks can attack you in the ocean. However, lawnmowers are commonly used by people, so there's no danger in using them. But lawnmowers are statistically more dangerous than sharks. Yes, according to reports, the number of people killed by lawnmowers is far greater than the number of people killed by shark attacks. Each year, approximately 70 people are killed by lawnmowers in the United States alone. At the same time, 5 to 6 people die from shark attacks each year around the world. I think it's time to get my lawn cut by a professional. Number 9. J.P. Morgan's unique offer. You may all be familiar with the name J.P. Morgan. He was one of the greatest investors and bankers in the history of the United States, and his bank is still considered one of the largest and best investment banks in the United States. J.P. Morgan was wealthy, but he didn't like his face because his nose was too big and his face was red, and he didn't know why. To find out the reason, J.P. Morgan announced that any doctor who could tell him the reason for his big nose and red face and cure him would be given a reward of $100,000. Unfortunately, at that time, no one could explain the reason for his red face, and J.P. Morgan died with that color. Later, with the advancement of medical science, it was discovered that a disease called rhinophyma caused the nose to be enlarged and the face to turn red, and J.P. Morgan suffered from this disease. If only J.P. Morgan were alive today, someone could have won $100,000 by telling him this. Number 9. Elephants can die from broken hearts. It's often thought that humans are the only ones to harbor emotions whilst animals stand emotionless. When we experience heartbreak, it's natural for us to develop a deep sadness. It's seen as an incontestable fact that other creatures feel nothing like this, but research disputes this notion entirely. Elephants in particular show far greater sensitivity than we do. If their partner passes away, the surviving elephant will barely eat or drink out of grief, and sometimes even die from sheer sorrow. Who knew that elephants could be more loyal than us humans? Number 10. Obesity versus hunger. We feel that due to the increasing global inflation in the world, people's poverty is increasing, and there are many poor people who are not even able to eat their daily meals. This is true to some extent, but here we must tell you an interesting fact. Obesity and hunger are opposites. Hunger refers to not eating food, and obesity is considered a sign of overeating. But interestingly, the number of people suffering from obesity due to eating more food in the world is much higher than the number of people suffering from hunger. 1.5 billion people worldwide are currently obese, while 925 million people struggle with hunger due to insufficient food. How many of you are eating something while watching this video? Be sure to let us know in the comments. So there you have it, 10 entertaining and intriguing facts. You will undoubtedly be surprised to learn about these. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos.
Alright.